Hi, I'm Chloe. The position statement that I chose was Early Childhood Inclusion, a joint position statement of the Division for Early Childhood and the National Association for the Education of Young Children. So to summarize this position statement refers to providing the same access and support to all children, including those with disabilities. It means the environments must be accessible for all children, allowing each kid to engage in activities that fit their needs. Accommodations may be in place to provide an inclusive environment for children with disabilities, and this statement encourages collaboration amongst individuals to create a supportive environment for children. This statement doesn't necessarily refer to just children with special needs or any disabilities, but it goes for all. So, equality for all. So, the relation to child development theories. So, this position statement is supported by child development theories such as Vygotsky's sociocultural theory and Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. So as for Vygotsky's sociocultural theory, he created the zone of proximal development. This is described as the current abilities children have, and with support and guidance of those more knowledgeable, such as teachers and parents, children can strengthen their knowledge. So this relates to the position statement because inclusive settings that are created for each child can ensure a positive outcome from their education. This goes for all children, including those with disabilities. So the next theory that this is associated with is Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. So in the right-hand corner, I have what his systems theory is and his ecological model. And it starts with a child, and there's different systems like the microsystem, meso, exo, macro, and chrono. And each of these play a part in kind of what makes the child who they are. So this theory suggests that children learn best when the family and the schools collaborate about their child. This ensures the child is receiving the support they need to be successful. So this kind of goes back to the position statement that sometimes the best case scenario is to collaborate with families and to actually find what is good for each child as an individual. So I do think Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory supports the fact that it does take more than just the teacher and just the school to make sure that these children are in an inclusive environment and getting everything that they need from it. So the last thing is how this position statement relates to my work now. I do work at a daycare. So this statement relates to my work because I work with children that are reaching different developmental goals and need different things. So each child kind of has their own accommodation in the classroom. So for example, in my classroom, I have a child that has cerebral palsy. I collaborate with his parents every afternoon on how I can support their child, but also how I can help them. With this child not being able to walk or use one side of his body, it was important that I knew his needs so I could provide the best education for him. Also, there are things that he cannot do that other children can do, so I have to make sure that I'm providing activities for him that are just as enjoyable and just as accessible for him. So sometimes that just means like if the kids are doing like a water day and he can't necessarily stand and stay up and play, then I'll have another activity that he can do that's also fun, and we can sit on the ground and do that. And it's also just as it'll help him learn as well. But then on the other hand, I have a child in my classroom that is surpassing the developmental goals set for the age group. So with this, you have to accommodate to the child's needs by providing toys and activities that are slightly more challenging than other children's, so they're able to continue learning at their own level. Overall, it is important that each child, regardless of their ability, can participate and learn new things from activities that fit each of their needs. This position statement is about providing an environment that is inclusive for all children, and I strive to provide this for each and every child in my care.